Hello, my gilded guests. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Clinton.
And I'm Eric, and we're here to reveal this year's nominees for the Video Game Hall of Fame, right here on the Railroad Park
Gaming Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. It's May again, and that means we gotta tie our bow ties and get to honoring these beautiful games going into the Hall of Fame.
It's gonna be May. It is May.
We're in it.
But, before we do, we gotta talk about what we've been playing lately.
I love talking about that.
Yeah. What have you been playing?
Stellar Blade.
Okay. All right. I knew this.
Yeah. Daddy got a new platinum trophy.
Oh, hell yeah. Whoa.
I had such a good time with that game, guys. Holy
That's awesome.
shit.
So I feel like the last few episodes, you've been in the dumps, dude.
I've been in the shit. I've been in
yeah.
the shit.
So it's good to hear that you've had a nice time since we last met.
Oh, yeah. And you know, me saying how much I enjoyed this game too kind of goes doubly, because y'all know how I fucking can't stand desert locales. And this is almost, in a way, desert locale the game.
It's true. When I saw that, I was like, oh no, Clinton.
Were you worried for me?
I was a little worried.
That's okay.
You get just furious at the mere thought of sand. So, how long did it take you to do the main story? Not like 100%.
Around 40.
40?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It feels really fast.
I broke my stream of just like gunning for main story. And on my first playthrough, which was much more like organic, stop for a side quest here and there, not so I don't need to do this at all. Let's fucking straight line this game. So this was a much more organic feel. So you might beat it in 30. Who knows?
I'm glad you brought your copy in that I can play.
I'm
Nice,
so
I don't have to buy it.
excited.
And I'm very excited to play it. So
You're
thank
going to
you.
like it, I think.
I liked what I played. And I need a game like that. I mean, I don't know. The Shadow of Erdtree is coming out soon.
You got a month. Go.
A month?
Go for it. You got a month.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
Dude, when Shadow of Erdtree
is
drops,
really
this game's getting shelved. I hate to say it.
I understand fully.
So you've obviously been playing it too. So
I've been playing it. That's all I've been playing. I'm playing it. I'm playing it real
you're
hard.
just in it.
I'm so in it. Yeah.
And
Eric's
having a good
approaching
time.
endgame though. He's getting there.
It feels like I'm pretty close. They were acting like I was at the point of no return. They were like, "You can't do any more side quests. You go on this mission," and I was like, "Well, good thing I already did them all. Let's go." So yeah, kind of like Clinton, I've been kind of ignoring side quests with the last few plays that I've been doing on games, and this one I did everything. I have all of it. I ate it all.
It's
I
a
eat
lot.
it.
You cleaned your plate. Dude.
I ate it all.
This game's a lot more inviting in its side quests than I expected. For
Oh,
sure.
hell yeah. I like that.
And I'm not saying that they're also like very inventive or like
No,
jaw-dropping.
The first side quest you get, which I think is on purpose, is you have to find a cat. You got to find somebody's cat.
Oh, but you know what it is? And I think I'm just thinking about this now. This game is a masterclass of just not wasting your time. They even
It's
do
true.
this thing that I've never seen before, where as soon as you finish a side quest, the game will just pause and be like, yo, do you want to return to the character in which you started this thing from? And you can just teleport right in front of them.
Yeah.
But how many vacuums do you have to plug in?
Honestly, a lot.
A lot?
Yeah, there is actually a strangely similar mechanic.
No. I was joking. There really is.
I know, dude.
Dude, they're like the same exact Zamboni.
The second I latched onto it and started pushing, I was like, no. But it's not as bad because there's a little bit more puzzle to it. Like it's more like you're using the platform to either like get on to jump up to a higher spot, or you're putting it on like a button.
Putting what?
The Zamboni.
It's another actual vacuum?
Yeah. Dude, it's basically a hover box.
That's fucking
It's
insane.
just a big crate that like you push like on I don't think it's on wheels. I think it's like
It's floating,
It
yeah.
like floats or something.
I think it's like a floating trash canister or something.
yeah. It's like a futuristic trash can where like
It's like in Death Stranding where you can carry like a little
Yep.
like sled behind you and
Yep.
it kind of just hovers over the ground.
Yeah, but this
like-
thing's way bigger.
Yeah, you walk up to it and then like the levers will like come out and then you like grab the levers and then it starts to like levitate and then you just push it real slow.
Who knew? Who knew this would be the thing we talked about most with Stellar Blade?
God, that sucks.
Yeah,
No,
but like I said,
great,
it's done quick, and it like you only need it to like as a platform, so you kind of just like move it to the spot and then jump on it and like go. You just keep going. So it's really not as bad as fucking Rebirth did it. But it was just like immediately to find it again in a new game, I was just like,
so soon too.
but yeah, that aside, man, it's just feeding me.
Yeah, I concur, and I got a shout out to, not that he's going to hear this anyway, but Jake Baldino from Game Ranks, who said this game is just gamer junk food.
That's such a good description.
Yeah.
That is perfect because that's exactly what it is. It's just dumb shit that feels nice for me. I'm out here. I'm looking for soda cans. Like the collectibles in this game, they're just soda cans.
They're sick too.
But what's so fucking cool about it is when you find one, she'll pick it up and she'll like fucking turn and pose with the can like it's a commercial ad or something, and she'll just be like,
and there's some fanfare. Yeah, there's some trumpets that are like da da.
Yeah, and it'll just be this, some fake made up like energy drink or something, like Behemoth energy drink, I think is one of them. It's just got like a monster, but every time she picks it up, she just does some new fucking like, got a can.
It's so good.
That's so awesome.
It's so good.
And then I'm looking for cans everywhere, but it's just another collectible. It's no different than anything else, like Stardust from fucking Legend of Dragoon, but it's just fun. And then, you get a bunch of dumb fucking costumes and cosmetic things that again, like add nothing, but oh my God, they're so fun to find and be like, what's this one look like? Oh, that's stupid. Hell yeah.
The bear.
Yeah, it's just dumb shit. And I'm like, typically I don't go for that stuff, and I just like pick the one I like, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. Let's play the whole game. Every time I find a save point, I change my costume. I'm spending time in all of them. It's all so dumb.
And they're not like performance
No stats. It's literally cosmetic. That's entirely
sick.
Cosmetic.
That's sick.
But they're all so fucking ridiculous. It's a great time.
That's kind of like what I did with like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom all the time. Is that I pretty much wore the Hyrulean like get up all the time.
Yeah, best defense.
Not the armor, just like his tunic, like his actual like straight up tunic. And
best defense.
Still, really? Okay. But I was always dyeing them different shades all the time. But always all in one. Like sometimes he'd just be wearing a white tunic.
That's sick.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's clean.
And then then sometimes light blue, sometimes yellow, sometimes brown. But it was all like,
oh, don't do brown.
no, dude, it looks sick.
It's got a cucka tunic. Boopy, little poopy boy. What have you been playing, Andy?
Oh, so Amazon had a new series called Fallout. I'm sure anyone listening to this has watched it already because it's even though you don't want to light the world on fire, it has been lighting the world on fire.
Yeah.
Right? Did you get the pun there?
Yeah. Bombs.
Nope.
Kabooms.
The show is fantastic. It's absolutely fucking awesome. But that got me into wanting to play Fallout again.
Of course.
So
Real original, bud.
So I
Sorry.
after I blasted through that series, I plugged I dragged my Xbox out of storage.
bless you.
My current gen Xbox out of storage.
You put it away already?
Yeah, it was
It's useless,
It was just in like a drawer next to my
What's
computer.
it for?
I went on Deku Deals, saw that Fallout New Vegas is on sale for $2.50. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, I kind of want to play New Vegas again. Like this, let's go, let's fucking go. So plug it in, buy it for $2.50. I'm having a blast in New Vegas, and I'm just like, you know what? I already played this game, beat it. It's just like, let's give Fallout 4 another shot. And I followed a little guide that just like set me up nice to in the way that I like to play Fallout games, because I know Fallout 4 is like widely regarded by like Fallout diehards as like not that interesting story-based, story-wise. Not your decisions really don't mean anything. It's not really much of an RPG as it is kind of like a shooter loot game. So I started playing Fallout 4. I'm having a blast playing Fallout 4 right now. It's great, especially with the new update where it's on PS5, 60 FPS. It's nice and quick. Still crashes because it is a Bethesda game. Let's be real. But that's not really what I want to talk about. A game came out, I think it was May 9th. What's the date today? May 15th. It's a game called Animal Well.
I've been waiting for that one.
Animal fucking well.
It looks so cool.
It does look so cool.
This game fucks, dude. It's so good. I love it so much.
I love just hearing those words. That's great news.
I know.
That's very.
I know, but I don't know. You throw me for a loop sometimes, man. This might be.
I am quite particular. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
It's a blast, dude.
I'm all for
I
it.
don't know what to talk about. It's a puzzle platformer that kind of looks like, I don't know, like some pseudo Atari 2600 graphics, but just like in neon colors and it just looks and feels very nice. It's all made by one person.
Bravo.
And
these stellar fucking heroes, dude.
didn't use an engine. He made the engine himself.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Did the sound, did everything. It's all one dude.
What a legend.
Yeah. His name is Billy Basso.
Cheers, bud.
Yeah. Love this guy. Love this guy. So without spoiling too much, it is a layered game in the same vein as like Fez or Tunic. So like there is a game that you finish.
Am I going to get out a fucking pen and paper?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I haven't yet. But I collected 32 things.
Cans?
No, they're eggs. They're eggs that you don't really know anything. There's no dialogue. They take the hyperlight approach where there's no dialogue.
Love that.
Things are kind of just shown to you by things that
like
that are
like
happening
visual
in the
examples.
world. Yes, exactly. And you pretty much you're this little squishy little kind of like a pink. It's kind of like a weird little Kirby blob thing. You emerge from this plant and then you're going.
Oh, he's a
time.
plant buddy.
Love
Yeah.
it.
And
Love plant buddies.
and
I'm ramped up, dude. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And there's no traditional combat, but you get cool items. You get like a frisbee and a yo-yo, and you're able to like solve different like worldly puzzles. God, man, I am having such a blast.
Hell yeah.
So I did roll credits on it,
Oh, nice, dude.
but from what I've read, you can roll credits on it anywhere between like 6 to 10 hours. People are spending 50, 60 hours in this game.
Oh shit.
So there's a lot more to do.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay.
So I'm just about to start getting into the nitty gritty of this game, and I
hell
couldn't be more excited.
Oh,
the
that's
shitty nitty gritty.
I love this.
Yeah, it was like I think it's $25. Oh yeah, worth every penny.
Take it.
Hell yeah.
Take it.
I'm playing it on Switch right now, but it is also on PlayStation and PC, I believe. So
Nice.
Beauty. Hey, before we get going with these games, I did roll credits on Ratchet and Crank.
Oh,
Ratchet and Crank. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
wow,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Ratchet and Crank that Soldier Boy.
You play that for like a week, dude?
No, I played that for like 3 days.
What the fuck?
It's a very quick game if you want it to be.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It was pretty easy.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been great. It's more of the same thing. It's more game junk food, and I just needed that.
Dude, the guns in that game are so fun.
They're so fucking good.
They're just like, oh my God, there's so many of them and they operate so wildly different from each other. It's so cool because you're just like, you'll deplete the ammo for like one gun and then you just move on to the next. You literally just cycle through a list and it's just, and then you go back to the top and you're like, yeah.
It's very fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige has been like, "What are you saying?" But I find whenever I acquire a new gun, I just say its name out loud, and I didn't even realize it. I was like, "Mr. Fungi." Paige was like, "What?"
Mr. Fungi rules.
I don't like Mr. Fungi.
Oh, I loved it.
I don't like Mr. Fungi. I think the fucking the power glove or whatever, the atomic glove was a better version of that because you summon your little guys and then they're like little Pikmin almost, and they act immediately. They get shit done. Whereas Mr. Fungi, he just like observes his surroundings and then maybe he'll start shooting an enemy. I'm just like, dude, I could
have
have
any
launched
problem with
so many fucking missiles in these guys.
What did you use for the you know how when like you kill an enemy in these games, like they drop things that are just like essentially currency for you to
coins,
buy stuff, but you could choose whatever those things are in the menu. Whoa. You could have them be jewels or like cans or
like the appearance of
or
them?
gears or coins. You can have them be anything you want.
How did I miss that?
Dude, it's so sick.
Yeah, I didn't
so
touch
you
that.
get sick of seeing coins all over the place and you could switch it to like gems.
Whoa.
It's so cool.
Holy shit.
Oh,
dude.
you can completely like skin your hammer and all that stuff too. I don't know if you did that.
I did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Rivet. Yeah.
Rivet.
And I must say, like, I know it's not Tidus, and I know I'm not playing Final Fantasy X, but it was so nice hearing that voice actor again.
Dude, what was
Same voice actor as Tidus, Eric.
what
Put that together.
Okay.
so what was the Clank counterpart? What was his name?
Kit.
Kit. Oh, I like Kit.
Kit's great.
I like Kit.
Yeah.
I like those characters, man. I really do. The character work everyone feels like a real, in the fakest sense possible. They seem like real characters.
Yeah, in like a Pixar movie sense.
Yeah, it's so great.
So great.
It's so great.
What a fun time.
It is a presentation, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it
it
is
is a full-on assault of the senses. So much work went into this game.
Yeah, it's a fucking PS5 showcase game. For
It really is. It's probably the best looking game I've ever seen on the PS5.
Hell yeah.
As far as how smooth it moves, as far as how many things are happening on the screen at a time, and the game doesn't even, there's no hiccup. There's like a million bullets, lasers flying all over the place. There's fucking sparks going, and it's just
And you
like,
go into portals,
dude,
and everything just changes. Portals instantly. You know what I mean? It's so
They're
cool.
loading.
dude, the little extra portal rooms.
Oh yeah, the bonus
those are
rooms.
so fun.
Those are fun. Yeah.
It's just a straight up video game, and it's a good time.
That's what I'm here for. It's
more junk food, yeah,
You need to
for
get
sure.
away
It's
from the
junk food,
fucking
yeah.
dramatics and the climbing and the pushing and just video game fun. That's what I'm here for.
Video games.
No, they make it like there's, I don't even know, is it like rocket boots that you could just like fly throughout the world on
Yeah.
and make
Oh,
it super
dude, yeah.
quick, dude? So
what I
sick.
need. That's
And
what I want.
at any point you can just be like, oh, I want to go like really fast, and you're just fucking going.
Hell yeah.
It's so
And
sick.
every time you launch into the fastest mode of it, because you have to like skate a little bit and work up the speed.
Sure.
And then when you get the rocket boosts, Ratchet's always like, woohoo! It's so satisfying.
You're hitting ramps and shit.
Yeah,
oh,
you
it's
are.
so
There's
cool.
a trophy for doing tricks and shit. It's fun.
Oh.
Shall we strap in our bow ties?
Oh yeah, strap in our bow ties.
Yeah, so we're here to talk about the Video Game Hall of Fame. That's been
Video
going for a
game.
few years now.
Hall
So
of Fame.
So I'm going to give you the criteria, like right off the bat here, to let you know like what it takes to get in this Hall of Fame.
Give it to
right?
me, boy.
The World Video Game Hall of Fame recognizes individual electronic games released for arcade, consoles, computers, handhelds, and mobile devices that meet the following criteria. Icon status. So that's the game just being widely recognized and remembered. Longevity.
Longevity.
That the game is more than just a passing fad, and it has enjoyed popularity over time. Geographical reach. So that just means that the game went all over the fucking world. They didn't just stay in one spot. And it was like people playing it in Japan, people playing it in Europe, people playing it in the US. It's all over the
Antarctica.
place. It's big shit. And then the last one is influence, which just means that this game has exerted significant influence on the design or development of other games that came after it. You know, entertainment or pop culture, society in general, just it had a fucking big wave splash effect, right? But the big kicker about influence is that a game can be inducted into the Hall of Fame just based on its influence alone, without having met the other three categories.
I'm an influencer.
Yeah, so like, you need like a little bit from each camp, but if you just had so much fucking influence but didn't really sell much at all, you can still make it in. Like your boy Space War. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it was the first arcade cabinet ever, so that's a big deal.
We'll never know
Hall of
what it
Fame
is.
for you.
If only there was a way we could find out what it is, but alas, there's no way.
We won't-
it's
yeah,
it's
we'll-
too old.
it's-
We weren't alive yet.
It's
just
lost to time. There's
there's
no,
no way
document-
to know.
There is no documentation on it.
Hey, you know what game newly fits this criteria maybe better than most? It's been a while since I brought it up, but you know that game,
Been a while.
Hollow Knight?
No, it doesn't actually.
It's actually the most
No, it's-
tributed indie game now in the world.
I don't think so. If you look at icon status, nobody knows what that thing is.
Other games would beg to differ.
If you look at longevity, it's been out for like a couple of years, and then geographical reach, nobody's ever heard of it. And then the influence, nobody cares at all. So
Dude, it's funny.
It failed all
The
four categories according to this list. So I'm sorry.
The Metroidvania subreddit are kind of like turning their backs on Hollow Knight because they're all fucking too cool.
So it's become that thing where it's like
no,
oh,
I'm never too cool for that game.
right. So
Like,
yeah,
there was
because
some
now
post-
so many people like it. Now it's cool not to like it. Right?
Yeah.
It's that
It-
fucking
it's,
thing? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Somebody somebody
It's
posted a
edgy.
thing like, I'd never played a Metroidvania before. I just finished Symphony of the Night and it blew my mind. And like just a very wholesome post, right? And then they're like, next I'm going on to Hollow Knight, and I made this little comment, like just like, hey man, Symphony of the Night rules. Like, so glad you're starting Hollow Knight next. He said Symphony of the Night is like his favorite game now, and I was like, pretty soon Symphony of the Night might not be your favorite game since you're playing Hollow Knight. And I just got fucking downvoted into oblivion.
What?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Like Hollow Knight's good. I was making like a small joke about how
That's
you're
crazy.
about to play a good game that might change your minds.
Man, maybe it's
so
maybe it's the
ridiculous.
Castlevania fan base that was just like, "Fuck you, Symphony of the Night." Wow, that's.
But it was on the Metroidvania subreddit, and I was just like,
Right, which
I was
is all
taken
of
by
them, so-
surprise. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't
that's-
even say anything back. I was just like,
That's weird.
okay, I guess people don't like Hollow Knight. And then there was a string of comments underneath like, game's so overrated, and just tons of people. And I was just like, wow.
Man,
I thought like
maybe
Hollow
they
Knight would
listen
do
to-
good in the Metroidvania subreddit, but
What reason do they have for claiming it's overrated?
What the fuck?
the only thing I can equate it to right now that's topical, I know we're not a music podcast, but like Knocked Loose, right? Hardcore band, on top of the world. So many people fucking hate that band now because they're on top of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
thing. It's it's the edge.
The band fucking rips. All right? They're so good. Just because they're huge doesn't make them any less good. Me and Eric over here, we're fucking all in on Knocked Loose.
I'm in hell. Yeah.
We're in hell together. But yeah, it's something gets very popular. You get the people coming out the woodwork. Well, it's like, well, it ain't that good.
It's the edgy thing to do.
It ain't that good. You wanted it? What, a real Metroidvania? Axiom Verge. That's
Maybe people are just
Environmental
listening to
Station
me.
Alpha. That's
Metroid Dread. The best
Metroid
Metroidvania.
Dread.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was a small little tangent. But
Spoiler, not a nominee for this year. But let's get
not surprising.
let's get right into it, boys. So first up, we got a returner nominated a previous year in 2018, beat out by games like Final Fantasy VII, John Madden Football, Space War,
Oh shit!
and Tomb Raider. We're looking at Asteroids.
Okay.
1979 Asteroids.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes too much sense.
Did you say it was already nominated before?
It was nominated in 2018, and
I was gonna say it better have been because
it's fucking Asteroids.
Asteroids.
I feel like there's a line.
It's like a quintessential video game, right?
I'm saying I
I
feel
played
like
so much
there's-
Asteroids in my life.
I feel like there's a line that they should draw and just just get these games in there. We don't need to fucking take up a slot in this year's
Yeah.
nomination.
Stop fucking around.
Yeah,
Just put
fucking
it
get
there.
Asteroids.
We don't
in
need
there.
a vote for this. Like
Right.
just put it there.
Because I swear to God, if I pull this list and Frogger's on it next year, I'm like, just get Frogger in there, dude. Are you
This is
for real?
this is the Game Awards starter pack. Just go.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
please.
like, it's
get 'em
in it.
There was a Seinfeld episode about Frogger.
I'm saying,
like just
Whoa.
put it in there, dude.
yeah, and it's not. So like that. So we know it's going to come up like next year. We're going to be like, we're wasting time on this. Put it in there. So, but here's Asteroids, right? So immediately successful upon release, Asteroids dethroned Space Invaders and became the best-selling arcade game with over 70,000 units sold. Damn. This is fucking wild, dude. Asteroids earned $150 million in sales, and then the arcade operators earned a further $500 million from coin drops.
Jesus Christ.
500 mil in quarters.
Dude, I wish I was like
and that's 1979, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like billions in quarters.
I wish I was of video game playing age back. I mean, I wasn't even born then, but like, I'd be playing so much Astro. I'd be broke, dude.
Dude, yeah. And so they were selling so many Asteroids cabinets that they actually had to start shipping them in Lunar Lander cabinets, which was a game they had in development at the time. And they were just like, hey, fuck it. They want this game. Don't worry about Lunar Landers, dude. So they just put Asteroids in Lunar Landers and shipped it. They were like, yeah, just fucking take this. But yeah, so it's Asteroids. This thing grossed $700 million worldwide in its first year. Jesus. And then, so with inflation by modern standards, that's around $3 billion.
That's fucking wild.
Quarters, bro.
In quarters.
So yeah, Asteroids. Any objections?
Nay.
No objection.
Moving on. We got another returner, initially nominated in 2020 and 2021, and it's back again in 2024. It's Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero was back again, fighting for it. So the last couple years, it got beat out by games like Bejeweled,
No.
Centipede, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, StarCraft, and Where the Fuck in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, that one still blows my mind, right?
Yeah,
Same
that's kinda
with
weird.
Bejeweled. I don't know. The whole mobile game influx is.
But this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like Bejeweled got in. We're still talking. Asteroids is waiting. Asteroids got beat out.
Yeah, you're right.
Asteroids
You're
had
right.
to come back
You're right.
again. What the fuck? Bejeweled?
Yeah, Yeah, it just doesn't even feel right because,
Crazy.
again, Asteroids feels like one of the quintessential video games.
Absolutely.
But Bejeweled is marketing strategy, the game.
Yeah. I mean, that.
It's an addicting gameplay loop. So
But yeah, let's give it its moment. So this year, Guitar Hero was the second highest PS2 title of 2006. It sold 1.53 million copies in its first 2 years and has since snowballed into a $1 billion franchise,
Jesus
putting out over
Christ.
fucking 25 titles over the course of a decade.
Wow.
That's more than 2 titles a year.
I will never forget
Cranking
my
out
first
the
time
Guitar
playing
Hero.
Guitar Hero. The song was Fat Lip by Sum 41.
Ba-ba-bum-bam.
What a time. What a time.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you know this, Eric, but Andy's really fucking good at Guitar Hero.
With Dragon Force, or dude.
Like I'm good in the sense where if you get your friends, if we get a bunch of people, like say you get any 40 people in a room together, I'm probably going to be the best one at Guitar Hero.
40, dude. That's a crew.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay. People are taking notice. That you're not missing.
People are dude.
like-
If you walk in the room and I'm
wait.
playing Guitar Hero, you're fucking double taking. Dude. You're looking like, oh, cool Guitar Hero. Then you go, oh, what?
You're like, he's not
This
missing,
dude's
dude.
fucking good.
Hell yeah. Fucking cool.
Rock band drums though, dog shit. It's dog shit at rock band drums. Dude.
From the actual drummer. I love it.
Yeah. It's because if you don't play that shit exact, dude, you are
but that-
losing.
Yeah, that's how I am with Guitar Hero though, because like I actually play a stringed instrument, and that shit makes no sense to my brain because I'm just like that's not the fucking melody. Like
No,
blue,
it's
blue,
not.
yellow, yellow, blue, it doesn't follow like the pattern of the song you would expect it to. Like if I was doing the colors, I would design it in a completely different pattern. And
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck? So yeah,
Honestly, I think it's because I'm not.
I do better at
I'm
the
not
drums.
really a guitarist, so I have the movement down of like playing a guitar, like
Yeah.
like knowing how to do this, and
Yeah.
I think the strumming and the fingering, because I am a drummer and I have that percussive feel, it ended up blending itself good to me because I wasn't a guitarist.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like opposite because it's like I'm good at the rock band drums because I'm just like hit the colors, boom boom ba boom boom. But like where you actually have like beats and like know how, you're like what the. I should be hitting the hi hat right now. What the fuck, blue? What So
Get this. I'm bad at both, so.
but yeah, Guitar Hero, man, it went from console to mobile phones to that. Do you remember the handheld Nintendo DS? Like
I
you had
do.
to fucking put that on with the little like the buttons on it.
I did not remember that.
And now it's a full-fledged arcade cabinet. Like it's fucking it's Guitar Hero.
That's originally how it started out. It wasn't called Guitar Hero, and it was by a different developer, I think. But it was like a Japanese guitar cabinet for years before Guitar Hero came up.
Oh, word. Like
it
a
was-
different game or
It was a different game. I don't think it was done
Gotcha.
by.
So Guitar
maybe it
Hero,
was done
like,
by Harmonix.
bid on it.
Because Harmonix was the company that did Guitar Hero, I believe.
Word. Elite 1984. You ever heard of it?
Elite.
So this is another returner coming back from 2016. Got beat out by GTA 3, Zelda, Oregon Trail, and shit. So
Makes sense. I've never even heard of this game.
I haven't either, and it was kind of crazy to read because this thing essentially like it's regarded as defining the genre for space trading games,
Huh. Like ships?
which I didn't even know that was a genre. Did you know about that?
Space trading?
Space trading game. So essentially what that is it's like a ship that starts out with very little like money, status, capability or whatnot, but it'll slowly build up through trading, exploration, combat kind of thing, and then you'll become a fucking elite powerhouse.
Hence the name. Wow.
Yeah, so you think games like Wing Commander, X, Freelancer, even No Man's Sky, which all those games have a million sequels that I did not know existed. There are so many Wing Commanders or X. What the fuck? So it's apparently a beloved fucking genre. People love these games. There's tons of them, but Elite, I guess, set the fucking bar.
I mean, I can see why people love it. I mean, I've been thinking about getting back in the No Man's Sky because that game's fucking sick. I loved it. But if games like that stem from this game Elite,
Right? Yeah, it
then
doesn't exist without.
maybe
Elite.
I should read about it. There's got to be something online about this game.
But,
No, you won't find anything online.
Well, we couldn't find anything about Space War, so maybe we could find something about Elite.
You might, because this one was the first home computer game to actually use wireframe 3D graphics,
Oh shit, those wireframe 3D graphics
Yeah.
look so cool.
especially in space. So yeah, I don't know much about this one, but just looking at the sheer number of space trading games that I didn't know were out there, it's people are into it.
So that was number 3?
This was number 3, yeah.
How many nominees total do we have this year?
There are 12 nominees,
Okay.
but only 4 will get in.
Love it.
Only 4 will be selected for the Hall of Fame.
All right, give us number
12
4.
enter, 4 leave.
Whoa.
You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
I hope you're fucking
Well, I'm not ready yet. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
good. Because this is your boy Resident Evil.
Yes.
From 1996.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming back again from 2017 and 2020 fucking 2 because it got beat out by Halo and Donkey Kong and Street Fighter 2 and both fucking colors of Pokemon and DDR and fucking Ocarina of Time and Miss Pac-Man, and I understand why it got beat out.
Yeah, those are.
That's really hard to go up against. I understand that.
But didn't it lose last year to The Last of Us?
No, it lost in 2022. Last year, The Last of Us did get in, and I'm fucking pissed about it. I'm upset because that game's so fucking new, and we're still talking about asteroids, and I'm still talking about Resident Evil from 1996 that it fucking invented Last of Us.
Yeah, sure did.
Because it's fucking Resident Evil, and what the fuck? Like, this game sold over 1 million copies in just 6 months.
Wow.
6 fucking months.
Yeah,
The
it was
first
a
one?
PlayStation seller, that game.
I didn't know it was that
So,
popular right
yeah.
off the rip because that game is not good.
Well, yeah.
Resident
maybe.
Evil?
The first one?
It's great.
It's great.
It's fucking great. It's a little messy. I mean,
It's
obviously,
the clunkiest game ever.
It's
though.
exactly as clunky as Resident Evil 2.
Nah, Resident
yes,
Evil 2
it
is
is.
so much better.
well, it's
It's
a bit
still
smoother, but
mechanically,
it's, like the same
it's
shit.
the exact same game.
Yeah, it's
mechanically.
it's the better of the two, but it's kind of the same shit.
They play exactly the same.
Yeah.
They feel exactly the same.
It's just like quality just went up 5,000 times for number 2 though. Especially with like
Well, they learn, and then you tweak it a bit, and think it's better. Yeah, of course, yeah. But this is the fucking OG. This is where it all came from.
oh yeah, don't get me wrong. This is coming from a diehard Resident Evil fan.
That's true.
I guess I'm just being objective, you know?
Sure. But this game's fucking great because it not only became the best-selling game that year, but it became the PlayStation's best-selling game ever.
I had no
At that-
idea.
yeah, like at that time that
At
PlayStation had
that time.
existed, yeah, it became the best ever up to that, that point.
Up to that point. Okay.
Up to that point, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, there's no way it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, so if
all
so
said
it's-
and done, that's the game.
It's still number 17 of best of all time PS1 games sold.
Yeah, that's because the PlayStation is the greatest console that was ever made.
For sure. For sure.
So yeah,
we should have like an episode about that.
yeah, we should.
Honor the
Console
PS1,
kudos
dude.
episode? Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild.
So to put it in perspective a little bit for you, some other 1996 releases: Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot, Tekken 2, Madden 97, and then also not on the PlayStation, you had Mario 64 and Mario Kart.
Dude, 96 to
96 was a year to be alive.
96 to 98 was nuts.
It's
I
the
was
best years of Earth,
8
I
years
think.
old.
It's pretty fucking good.
But yeah, so like I said, it still holds the number 17 spot of like best-selling PlayStation PS1 game. It got beat out a little bit, just a couple more million by Resident Evil 2.
Fair enough.
But the-
Fair enough.
But here's a fun fact. The top 4 best-selling PS1 games of all time are actually just 2 games from the same franchise. What do you think?
Is Tony Hawk one of them?
Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8.
Boom.
I didn't know Final Fantasy VIII did that well.
Dude,
I mean,
the game after 7.
Yeah, riding
it
off
had
of
to,
7, dude.
Regardless of how good it was, people were buying it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
You bought Rebirth.
Prove it.
Got you.
But
yeah, so-
come to my house and find it, dude. I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah. So
And then
what
the
was
next
the other-
two,
So
the next two are another franchise.
yeah, so the number 2 spot is Final Fantasy 7 with 10 million. The number 4 spot, Final Fantasy 8 with 8.6 million.
So we want 1 and 3.
So 1 and 3.
What is number 1?
1 and 3 is part 1 and part 2 of a different franchise.
Oh, fuck.
Would it be Crash Bandicoot 2?
I wish, no.
Oh, this one's tough.
Well, try to think like it's going to appeal to a bit more people, right? Like it's
Sure.
Oh,
it's not
are
gonna-
we saying
it's not fucking Madden, but like it's not an RPG like Final Fantasy 7.
Gran Turismo 1 and 2?
Hey, got it.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Good guess. Good guess.
Yeah. Third place, Gran Turismo 2 with 9.3. And the number 1 of all time, the original Gran Turismo.
That's fucking wild.
That is
10.8 mil.
Dude, what happened to the racing genre? Like, it's still good, but like,
I know. Where's Ridge Racer?
Thank you again, the harborer of the knowledge. I love it.
But let's get back to the best-selling game ever at the time, Resident Evil. This fucking game redefined the genre, coining the term survival horror
Oh, it sure did.
So fuck you, Last of Us, because you came from this. Resident Evil, perfected the genre. It's set an industry standard. And then since then, Resident Evil has released 10 core games with 20 spin-offs, a pile of movies, whether that's a steaming pile or not, and now four fucking remakes with probably more to come. Code Veronica, please.
Oh, God. I want that game so bad.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Resident Evil, baby.
Yeah.
It better get in there.
It deserves
this
it,
time.
dude.
It needs it.
Thus far.
We had this conversation last time, is that like the fact that Last of Us is in and Resident Evil isn't is just like,
Disrespectful.
it's disrespectful
Spit in
because
my mouth.
Last of Us wouldn't exist if it wasn't for this game.
For sure.
And that's the influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the most important thing that you said.
Exactly. Yeah, the influence that gets you in on influence alone. You don't even need the other categories. It coined the term survival horror. That's a whole thing these days.
Love this.
This is my game to beat
horror.
thus far.
Yeah, Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Must be inducted.
That's a big one. All right, boys, we got a first timer.
Drum roll.
First timer from 1994. It's Tokimeki Memorial.
What is this?
Toki?
Tokimeki, I know you know it.
I don't know it.
You know it.
But my cat's name is Toki. So I do know it.
So this was not the first, but it was the most influential dating sim game ever made due to its highly nonlinear gameplay.
Hell yeah. Eric, can you on record share the idea that you had about your fucking spin-off show?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
This is Eric's time, not Sticky Ricky's.
All right.
Okay.
Sticky Ricky, I forgot. Killing me, dude.
But yeah, so this is apparently the Resident Evil of dating sims right here.
What does
So
that even mean?
It fucking set the bar, dude. It wasn't the first. It didn't like coin the term dating sim or anything, but like the game perfected and defined the dating sim genre. It sold over 1 million copies in its first 2 years, and it became so fucking popular that Konami just began releasing merchandise for it. Just
love it.
Collectible shit for kids in the form of like replica uniforms. Cause I mean, you already assumed that it was like a Japanese game set in school, right? I know you did. So,
Yep.
so yeah, replica uniforms, cameras, phones, and like just shit for kids to collect. And they piled up another $64 million just from cool shit.
Yeah, market to kids. That's healthy.
But yeah, so it was the first like relaxed take on the now much more pornographic nature of the genre, which is actually where all of its appeal and charm came from, because it focuses mostly on just the lovely relationships and bonds that you've developed with your friends and love interests.
Yeah,
It's very-
holding hands is really, really nice.
It's a very nice game.
Yeah, that sounds great.
You guys ready for another first timer?
I sure
Oh
am.
yeah. Give it to me.
Thought you'd never ask.
Give it to me.
It's a big one.
Yeah?
You ready? It's from 1999.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
It's Neopets.
Oh, come on.
I was like, is it System Shock too? Is this Deus Ex?
Like,
It's Neopets.
dude, 1999, like the year of all fucking years.
Majora's Mask?
We're bringing in Neopets.
It's a browser game, wasn't it?
It's it's fucking Neopets. Do you want to talk about this?
Nah, to be honest.
you earn a virtual pet, you take care of it, you buy shit, you feed it. It's a more expensive Tamagotchi.
Yeah, I didn't play Neopets.
You didn't play it?
No.
I had a Tamagotchi.
It was a big one. For
I had
sure.
a-
everybody. All
I
the
had
Zanga
the,
girls had their Neopets connected to their aim profiles.
Wasn't there a Pikachu one?
What?
Wasn't there a Pikachu one that you carry
why not?
around?
Probably. Oh, the handheld. Yeah,
Yeah.
the handheld. Yes, definitely.
Pika.
Tamagotchi.
All right, but I'll give you some
Tamagotchi.
crazy stats here, because Neopet was a fucking phenomenon, right? It's a
Yeah.
free browser-based game, so I can't really give you like money stats, but I can tell you that after its first year on the web, it collected 35 million unique users while retaining 11 million unique IP addresses per month and 4 billion web page views per month.
Per month?
It's fucking crazy. And
Christ
and
on
that's
a
not
bike,
even
dude.
talking about like the psychopaths that had like 15 fucking accounts for themselves to have like, millions of Neopets. These are unique addresses.
Wow.
That's
nuts.
silly, dude.
Yeah.
But Hall of Fame, fuck off.
I guess it's influence. Those
I
numbers.
mean, yeah, it's big, right? It's big.
Yeah.
It's just like it's barely.
I got no argument against it. It was massive, but like,
Yeah, but
we
I
got
just
to
kinda feel
get
like
some
it's
others
like-
in there first before
like
Neopets.
it's barely a video game. I feel it's like
Yeah.
very like relaxed. Feed your pet and put a hat on it, and then like, but asteroids ain't in there yet. We're talking about Neopets right now. Okay. Next. Another first timer.
Wow.
Which is fucking insane that this is a first timer. It's Ultima from 1981.
Oh fuck yeah!
Wow.
Ultima, dude.
That is
And we're-
wild.
I never played the
just
original,
talking
but I
about it.
played I forgot. Had to have been one of them in like the mid '90s or something.
Yeah, I mean-
Ultima 4 maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, same. I never played the original, but I've seen it on YouTube.
But I mean, it basically it just basically created RPGs for us, right? So originally released on the Apple II, Ultima basically set the bar for role-playing games with a big list of firsts. So it was the first true computer RPG game, the first open-world video game experience, which now I feel a little bitter about.
What have you done?
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
The first to showcase NPC conversations and interactions
That's
for
blowing my
quests and
mind.
shit. And also one of the first to allow you like character creation. It had an isometric third person view while like exploring the world, and then it would switch to like a first person dungeon crawling view. So while it wasn't a crazy success, it only sold like 20,000 copies in its first year. We looked to Ultima for all that inspiration, all that influence it gave to so many RPGs after it. I mean, and it went on to produce 8 sequels. And also worth mentioning, dude, is that the fucking MMO version, Ultima Online, launched in 1997, and it's still active right now, being played to this day, 27 years later.
So sick.
It's that same dude who kept up an 11-year straight civilization campaign.
Yeah, 27 years of Ultima Online.
20,000 in its first year, though, considering.
It's not nothing.
But I mean, not everybody could afford an Apple II.
Right,
Those
yeah,
were
it's-
expensive machines.
For sure.
So obviously, if it was exclusive to that platform, you had to have money to buy this machine. 20,000 units, it's something for sure.
But I mean, it set the standard. It basically like all those firsts I listed. I mean, we wouldn't have RPGs the way we have them now without Ultima.
Yeah, especially
It's
the old Final Fantasies as
Fucking
well.
Ultima, dude. Get it in there.
Praise Ultima.
All right, you ready for this one?
No.
You're ready for this one.
Okay,
think
I
you're
am.
ready.
Gaslight his ass.
So this one also is coming back from 2017 and 2019 because it got beat out by these crazy games like Donkey Kong and Halo and Pokemon and Street Fighter 2 and Colossal Cave and Solitaire and fucking Mortal Kombat. It's Myst from 1993.
Get it in there.
Also, I don't want to hear you talk about Mortal Kombat with that kind of tone ever again. Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
let me take that again.
Okay.
Donkey Kong, Halo, but Mortal Kombat. Yeah, so
Wow, Myst.
So it got beat out a few times for 2 years, but it's back again. The legendary puzzle game that was an out-the-gate success, selling over almost 200,000 copies in its first 6 months.
Wow.
And would
holy
later
shit.
finish out the year selling 500,000 copies. And it only took 1 more year to get to a full million copies and became the best-selling computer game in the US for 52 months straight.
Oh my God.
That's a little over 4 years of it being the best-selling computer game.
Yeah, Myst was a big deal.
I had no idea it was such a big deal, to be honest.
Yeah, dude. Then it kept going. It sold 6 million copies by 2000, and then was the best-selling PC game all throughout the 90s until The Sims finally came around in 2002.
Wow. Dude, this
was
list is blowing my mind. Holy
fucking
shit.
dog on the PC, dude.
Hey, and The Witness is one of my favorite games of all time, and we would not have
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
had it not been for Myst.
Totally
Wouldn't have
came from
Fez
Myst.
without Myst.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big one also because it showed the world that like the relaxed, slow-paced, casual games could also be huge successes, and it didn't have to be the fucking like action-packed arcade like.
Contra.
Also, at that time, I mean, like the visuals, even though they were slow and like loading transients, like different screens and stuff,
Super
that was
immersive.
state of the art shit when this game released. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
really
people were buying it just because it was like picturesque sceneries, and you could just move about this world, and it looked incredible. But obviously, it looks like absolute dog ass now. But
Wow.
it was a sight to behold back then.
What a candidate for a remake, huh?
That would be cool.
They've cleaned it up a bunch. I bought
yeah,
the.
it has had like a bunch of ports.
I bought like I think there's one called the Masterpiece Edition. I bought it on Switch. It's fine, but that game is so fucking obtuse. It's like you it's a serious puzzles, man. But I recognize its importance on games that I really love. So I got nothing but love for Myst. So
Yeah, it's a big one, man. It was actually dubbed the anti-arcade game because it like was just the opposite of what was happening in 1993.
Yeah.
And it went on to create 4 more sequels as well as a book series.
I bet that book series is really good.
Probably fucking wild. But yeah, Myst, 1993.
Get it in there.
You ready to hear me pop off?
Uh-oh. In
ready?
a good way?
You ready to hear me fucking pop off?
Or
Oh
a
yeah,
bad
pop
way?
off.
You want me to pop off? Because we're bringing back a game that got beat out in 2018 by John Madden Football and Space War. We're talking about a game from 1986. Talking about Metroid!
Oh my God. Why isn't Metroid in this
Why
Hall
is it
of
not
Fame?
in there already? It's Metroid. Are we really doing this again, dude? How have we not done this? It's Metroid. It should already be in there.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. It's Metroid.
It's fucking are we serious with Tomb Raider and Neopets? I think this is Metroid.
Yeah, dude, comparing
Metroid.
Lara Croft to Samus Aran, like, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Out of here!
You can't fucking get here. Laura's never operated a spaceship in her fucking life.
No, she's no bounty hunter guy.
But yeah, I mean, guys, we're talking about the very Metroid that created the Metroidvania genre, right?
Yeah.
It's in there. It's in there. The influence of this game alone.
actually.
Brilliant.
Oh yeah, let me get downvoted on Reddit. Dude, like the influence of this game should be enough alone. Like I don't need to go
100%.
into its 4 banger sequels with its 4 banger spin-off first-person trilogies, and then like it's super fucking Metroid. It's the greatest game of all fucking time. Like Super Metroid, that game rules.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? So aside from creating its own genre, it also basically created speedrunning by being the first game to have like multiple endings based on the difficulty setting and the completion time. And then it just fucking blew the pants off the whole fucking ass world with revealing Samus, the first female video game protagonist. It's fucking Metroid. Like,
Dude, Metroid is a girl, dude.
like,
Hell yeah.
this is insane. Like, get fucked, Museum of Play, Hall of Fame. Like, how did I just mention fucking Neopets? This is unreal.
All right, let's move on. We all know where we stand with Metroid.
Yeah, so I'm not sinking to this level. We're gonna move on.
Yep.
Another first timer.
Wow, what a
First
year.
timer here, and it's a big surprise. It's a first timer because it's 1995's You Don't Know Jack. That's surprising, right? Because I just listed Metroid, and the last guy said Metroid from 1986, and right now, I'm saying You Don't Know Jack from 1995.
I don't know.
You know what? This fucking Hall of Fame don't know Jack because I just said you heard me say Metroid. You heard me say Metroid, and now
I heard you say Metroid.
now you have me saying you don't know Jack. Up for the video game Hall of Fame.
It's funny. I get it.
I mean,
because trivia games are great. Like,
these games are great. To list it next to Metroid like it's a fucking question.
like you know how many fun times we had playing Quiplash at your apartment.
Yeah. I do.
Quiplash wouldn't exist without You Don't Know Jack. It's from the Jackbox.
Yeah, the Jackbox games.
It's from these people.
The Jackbox
Wow.
games. Yeah, I mean,
It's connected so many pieces.
yeah, I mean they're fun. They're good. It's a good party game. It did win not 1 but 2 Puzzle Game of the Year awards in 1995. Sold a fucking 250,000 copies. Cool. You know, it had 5 sequels after that. Tons of spin-offs, tons of ports. You know, it's a house party staple. Whatever. That's great. But
I recognize its importance, but like,
But did it
there are
create the genre? Did it create a new play style? Fuck this game.
Oh, man. I haven't loved you more than I do now.
All right, boys, we're down to the final 2.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
big 2, though. I'm not going to pull your chain no more.
Yeah, you've been fucking with us, dude. Because I am pretty disappointed with this list so far. Did you reorder these yourself?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Okay, cool. That's what I want to know.
I did. Yeah.
He's pulling a Jeff Probst on us.
He's propsting us, dude.
I tried to level it out, you know. But we got 2 first timers for the final last 2. This one's coming from 1989. It's Sim City.
Right on. Yeah. This has been a nominee
That's
before,
a big
right?
one. That's a big one. While
It
it
is
might
a
not
big
be
one,
like a
dude.
fucking exciting one or whatever, like that Sim City, that's a big fucking game.
Yeah.
It was developed by one lone man, Will Wright.
That's wild.
And it was also rejected for almost 5 years by publishers because it just lacked action in arcade that, you know, that dominated the fucking markets, dude. They were like, absolutely, like, you want to build a city? Fuck you. But yeah, so it didn't have those cool fucking hyper-violent arcade shit that everybody wanted, so nobody wanted to put this out. But eventually they did, and while it was a slow burn release in 89, it did go on to receive critical acclaim by winning several awards, such as Best Strategy Game, sold over 2 million copies in 5 years, and then it was also praised for its innovative, addictive gameplay, regardless of the absence of action. And some even considered the game instructive and helpful towards a better understanding of urban planning, politics, and economics. How about that?
Here.
Nice.
SimCity, dude.
I don't know if I played the original SimCity a lot. Maybe I played like a different version of it, but I definitely played a shit ton of Roller Coaster Tycoon, and
sure,
that game wouldn't exist without SimCity.
Absolutely, yeah. No, SimCity marked the beginning of the urban simulator genre.
And
Yeah, I mean, all stem from SimCity, baby. Just an absolute powerhouse that created and defined that genre.
Beautiful.
You ready for the final one?
I'm so ready.
we are.
My
We're ready.
body is so
We're
fucking
ready. I'm ready to be disappointed because
First timer. Here it comes. Straight out of 1999, my favorite year. Coming right off the PS1, baby.
PS1, 1999.
PS1, 1999. First timer. Coming in hot. Coming in hot right off the vert. It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yes. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So here I am, doing everything I can to get in the Hall of fucking Fame. Anyway.
fucking Jerry was a race car driver, dude. Let's go.
Tony Hawk, dude, an instant success. Tony Hawk Pro Skater was the third best-selling PlayStation title in 1999, right behind Final Fantasy VIII and Gran Turismo 2.
Wow.
Nominated for Best Console Game of the Year and Best Sports Game. Unfortunately, it lost out to Soul Calibur and Knockout Kings 2000 somehow, but it did go on to sell 3.5 million copies in its first 2 years, putting Tony Hawk and Tony Hawk 2 in the third and fourth best-selling console games of 2000, right behind Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Gold Silver.
Dude,
Yo.
fucking deserves to be here, dude.
Unreal. Dude, I remember
100% deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I remember that Christmas when Tony Hawk 2 came out, and it was so fucking hard to get that game because it was just such a fucking storm. Like, dude, KB Toys, none in stock.
Yeah.
Toys R Us, none in stock. Walmart, none in stock. Didn't have a Target, but there would have been none in
Would
stock.
have been none.
I don't remember when I got the actual game, but I played that. Was it a PlayStation Underground disc or a jam pack?
Yeah.
That had like the
Yep.
5-minute warehouse.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Like the one I don't not the airport warehouse. It was the one where you start out. There's
Yeah,
a rail
the
right
original.
here, big half pipe right there,
Yeah, the original.
and it yeah. Just had
Original
fucking. It
warehouse.
had Jerry was a race car driver, and it had another song. I forgot what it was. It only had 2 songs in the demo.
damn.
It was probably Superman, no?
It wasn't Superman.
But yeah, dude, you go on fucking Trick Attack, you smash through that glass, you were right down that ramp, immediately turn right, you turn up the quarter pipe, back down through the fucking glass bridge, right onto the rail, and just grind all the way the whole level. I remember we had a foster kid in our house. He was the first one after weeks of playing this game with all of my cousins and foster kids running around to break 100,000 in one combo. And we were like, dude, Arthur is the coolest fucking dude in the world. It was something to behold.
So another cool note is that this game was the 4th best rated game of 1992 with a 92 out of 100. Right behind Gran Turismo 2, Chrono Cross, and Soul Calibur.
Dude, the game was so good.
It was so good. And actually, I've got like a bit of a blurb here just to give you some cool fucking background development shit on this game, because this game's so fucking interesting how it came to be and shit. But so it was actually inspired by Sega's arcade game Top Skater. You know that shit with the railings?
Not
Where
sure.
it actually had like the skateboard that you stood on. And
Huh.
you like held onto the rails and you had to like fucking
Oh yeah.
Top Skater, baby.
Yeah, it was an arcade game. Yeah.
Arcade, yeah.
Top skater, baby.
But yeah, so it was actually inspired by that, and Activision wanted to dive into the growing market of skateboarding, so they hired Neversoft.
Neversoft. Dude, I ain't Neversoft.
I ain't never saw.
So they hired Neversoft to develop the game for them. And the development team actually spent their lunch breaks at the local bowling alley just playing and studying Top Skater.
Wow.
Just going hard on Top Skater to get the feel right and just like improve it. And the only other game that they had developed before Tony Hawk was Apocalypse. I don't know if you guys ever played that. I rented it from
The
my
PS1 game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't his only video game that he was in on PS1 because he was also in the Die Hard trilogy.
Yeah.
But he was in this random, it wasn't even a movie tie-in. It was just
No.
Bruce Willis in a video game.
Yeah,
It was Apocalypse.
It
I
was
had
like a rail shooter or something, right?
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
like you ran straight. But yeah, so that was the only other game they had made. So they actually used a modified version of that game's engine for Tony Hawk. And they used the Bruce Willis as a placeholder, like as the skateboarder.
Oh my God, they
Like-
should have left that in as like
know.
a...
Yeah, so like
Unlockable character.
like their demos and trials and shit, you were skating as Bruce Willis, like fucking flipping.
Oh my
doing
God.
flips and shit.
Let me ask you, who's your main?
was Jamie Thomas a lot.
Dude, my guy, Jamie Thomas was mine too.
Was Jeff Rowley in that one yet?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, probably between Jeff and Jamie.
I-
Maybe Chad Muska. I'd fuck
He
with
was-
Muska a
he
bit.
was cool, yeah.
I'm manifesting this, even though it's already happened. Once Tony Hawk gets in, Skate's going in next, dude, because I am a big Skate guy. I love Skate. But there would be no Skate without Tony Hawk, so Tony Hawk needs to get in first.
Got to get in. So Activision brought Tony Hawk in, right? Because he's fucking Tony Hawk. And he was so impressed and hyped on the shit that, he agreed to lend his name and be involved in the project. He initially turned down their buyout offer to use his name and instead went for a royalty agreement, which would net him a percentage of each copy sold, right?
Fucking love Tony!
But as a result, dude, he earned 10 times Activision's initial buyout offer in just 2 years
Unbelievable.
from the fucking royalties he was raking in on it. Dude.
Unbelievable.
The best decision of this dude's life. right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so he would actually play test every edition of the game. They would toss him. They gave him like a modified PlayStation so he could play CDRs and shit. And they would like just feed it to him, and he would play test them, and he would start sneaking out copies to his friends, and created this whole buzz around this game coming out with all the like his skater friends and shit. And then it was his idea that he selected and brought in other pro skaters to be featured in the game, and they actually get to choose their own outfits and their own special trick to be featured in the game. Tony
So
Hawk.
this
Pro
needs
skater.
to be said that can you think of any other game that is licensed to a specific person that was this successful?
John Madden.
As soon as I was saying it, I was like, it's John Madden.
It's John Madden.
It's John Madden.
Yeah, but John Madden isn't the person in the game, though. It's a little different. John Madden is just basically, for all intents and purposes, the host.
It's true. Yeah, he has nothing to do with anything.
But like it's still going because you've had
and he wasn't playtesting them.
you've had tie-ins before. You've had Charles Barkley in basketball games. You've had Michael Jackson in games.
Michael Jordan.
You've had
Shaq Fu.
You've had Colin McRae in fucking racing games. Like, but Tony Hawk, he's still there, and he's still tied into that. It's not like, oh, we can't port this because it's got his name on it and it's a licensing issue. It's just like, nah, send it, dude. Tony Hawk is still in this, and we love Tony Hawk. Everybody loves Tony Hawk. All my friends love Tony Hawk.
You ready to hear it?
Yeah,
You ready to hear these winners, boys?
I'm ready to be disappointed. Just
Ready to get these big wins? So I actually made a mistake. They actually let in 5 this year. It's typically 4, but they snuck one an extra win.
Whoa.
is this an actual mistake, or are you playing up to a bit right now?
No bid. I did a whoopsie.
Did a whoopsie doopsie?
Yeah, no, they snuck one in. It's usually 4, but they did 5. So right out the gate, we'll get it out of the way. It's fucking asteroids. It's in.
Hell yeah!
It's
Good.
in.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
We can stop taking up space with it. All right, another one. We're sticking it in. It's Ultima.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, I am liking this so far. You better not be front loading this, my guy.
Tony.
Sticking it in here. It's SimCity.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take
All right.
it. I'll take it.
They're in.
All right, so we got 2 more.
Don't get to waste no more space on these guys. They're in.
Oh, so now that means we got to choose between Resident Evil, Metroid, and Tony. This sucks. One of them can't make it.
Yeah, it does suck. You know what sucks even more?
Not.
It's neither of those.
I know, right? Oh no! Say it ain't so, Eric.
It's 1993's Myst.
Okay. All right.
Myst
I'll
is
take it.
in.
Yeah, that's
This
a
is-
good one.
Deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Deserves to be there.
So we got 1 title left.
Wait, I thought we had 2 left. You said 5.
I did. I already mentioned 4.
Oh fuck.
We have so a recap for Clinton. We have Asteroids, Ultima,
Ultima.
Myst, and SimCity.
Yeah, that's 4, isn't it?
That is 4. We got 1 left, so it can only be Tony Hawk, Metroid, Resident Evil. Could be Neopets. Maybe it's You Don't Know Jack.
Oh.
Could be Guitar Hero.
Stop.
What else I say? Elite. Could be Elite. Could be
Could
Space
be
Train again.
could be whatever that Toki game was.
Andy,
That's right.
since we don't have the info in front of us and only Eric does, what do you want it to be?
Yeah, if you got to pick.
If I have to pick
one game to sneak in here.
it's obvious. It's obviously going to be. I mean, although Guitar Hero I think deserves to be there. Realistically, it's Metroid, Resident Evil, or Tony Hawk.
That's what you want.
At least for us.
And also, I think what's deserving.
I
think others are deserving as well. But I feel like we need to be a little hasty with these, right?
Need is an understatement. Yeah.
Metroid, Tony Hawk, Resident Evil. I'm going with Resident Evil. I gotta.
That's mine too. That's mine.
I gotta
too.
do it.
Of those three,
over Metroid. Okay.
fucking drum roll, dude. What is this last game? Don't break my heart, my itty bitty heart.
Here it is, the final game, correcting mistakes from previous years. It's Resident Evil.
Yes! Hell yeah!
Here we go.
It's in. It's in.
Man, it feels so good.
Clock out, Leon. Take a fucking break. Hell yeah.
About to make a Jill sandwich.
Yeah,
This
baby.
feels good.
Resident Evil, finally there, but they fucking snuffed Metroid again.
That don't feel good.
It doesn't feel good, but the thing is, when you look at the list, Asteroids, Ultima, Miss, SimCity, like those got to get in there.
This is the best inductee episode that we've had.
Yeah, there's none
I don't
that you
disagree
can
with any of these.
Right, you can't contest any of them. Like they all need to be in there. But that's why I'm saying like they need the cutoff at like 1985 or something, where it's just like just put that in there. Just put like I said, Frogger is not in the fucking Hall of Fame, and next year we're gonna be talking about Frogger, and it's gonna get in because it's fucking Frogger, but it's gonna bump Metroid out again. It's fucking bullshit.
No, it won't. It won't, because next year, this time, we're going to have Metroid Prime 4. The hype for Metroid is going to be true to roof.
Yeah, you go ahead and
True
fucking
to
manifest-
roof.
You go ahead and manifest that.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my damnest. It's going to launch with the fucking Super Switch, and we're going to
Dude,
be
that's
so
the
happy.
thing. It has to, dude. It has to.
That's why they're delaying it. That's why we don't know shit, Captain. That's it. That's the reason.
They probably started working on it and they were like, you know what? No, this needs to go on the Switch too. It has to. And they said that 4 years ago. And instead they were like, nah, the game ain't good. They were like, no, we have to develop it for a new thing because it's coming out. But we can't talk about that new thing yet. So we have to have a story as to why we're restarting development.
Giving it back to retro.
All right, guys, you wanna talk about the fucking games they missed? Like what you want to see in here, up in the Hall of Fame
Sure do, but
with the legends?
that sounds great. Now, really quick, just so we don't waste any time with repeat business, the games that we shared that we wanted in the Hall of Fame last year are as follows: Donkey Kong Country, Metal Gear Solid,
Go,
Super Mario World,
gimme,
Mega Man,
yeah,
Chrono Trigger.
get it in.
Now, I can speak for all of us in that we still firmly stand behind every single one of those picks.
I'm planted.
But do we have any others?
I got a new one.
Yeah.
I got a new one too.
You want to go first?
Yeah, why not? Let's bring a little game from the PlayStation 1.
Of course, 'cause
Ooh,
it's
mine's from the
1.
PlayStation 1 as well.
I hope I don't steal yours.
No, it'd be fun if you do.
A little game called Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Hey, even after all the heat you took,
Yeah, I mean, it's the more I think about it, Metroidvanias are pretty much my favorite style of video game,
hell yeah.
and they would not be where they are today without that game.
That's why it's called Metroidvania, baby.
So yeah, it's got to be Symphony of the Night. Do I think there are Castlevania games that have done it better since then? I do.
Sure.
We got Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow, who
is
are
fucking banging.
Bingo, bango.
both those games are incredible, but they both wouldn't exist without Symphony of the Night.
I'm saying, same as Metroid. Got to get those two in. It's called Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Put
Oh,
them
yeah.
in-
I want
put them
Metroid in.
in the hall.
Metroid and Symphony of the Night need to go in together, and then Super Metroid needs to go in right.
That
after
would be really nice if the next year it's both of them and they both get in. I would like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be nice.
that's my hope for.
That's a good hope.
next year.
What about you, Eric? You have any new picks today?
I do. Yeah, I'm bringing it back to the Super Nintendo again. I'm talking about Final Fantasy IV.
4. Okay.
4, dude. Yeah.
Interesting that you would choose 4 over 6.
6 is fucking amazing. Obviously my favorite, right? But 4 like defined everything. 4 is what like set the bar. 4 has all the influence that created 6 and 5 and everything after it. Like before 4, RPGs were just like cool.
Yeah, I feel like 4
Like-
was the first, especially of the Final Fantasies, but one of the first RPGs to establish serious connections to the characters.
Exactly. Yeah. Like 4 was like the first RPG that actually gave you like dramatic fantasy narrative and shit and like made you love the characters. It was the first game where like the turn-based combat was like active and didn't wait for you. So you had to be quick and snappy and make those decisions because they're just going to fucking pound you.
Fundara!
But yeah, like all its mechanics, the visuals, the soundtrack, storytelling, like all of it just shaped RPGs the way they are now.
So for transparency,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy IV on Super Nintendo in North America would be Final Fantasy II.
Number 2, baby. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they skipped Final Fantasy V in North America, right?
They did. Yeah.
So they did 2 and 3.
3 was 6.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing to note on that one was like the difficulty went beyond just having to like grind your characters for better stats. Like because of the battle system and how active it was just like, it was super challenging and it like really put RPGs on the map because like North America really didn't care too much about RPGs at the time and shit. And Japan like just started not releasing games over there.
At least for console gamers, like that's it wasn't really a thing. Like PC, you had a lot of RPGs, but
Like longevity, there's so many ports, it'll never die. It'll just keep getting fucking ported. Yeah, so geographical reach. I mean, the game sold 200,000 copies on its first day, but then when you look later, when Final Fantasy V came out, that game sold 850,000 copies on its first day. So almost 1 million copies on its first day, which entirely is a testament of 4 because the game wasn't out. Like nobody knew if 5 was good or not. Like, and it sold 850,000 on its first day because of how fucking
Was it good?
4 was.
Was 5 good?
It's a blast. It's much shallower when it comes to like the story and depth of the game, but that one has a huge fan base because it's like much easier to replay, and that's when they introduce like the whole like job like system, so you can like change it, like you can play it tons of different ways.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know that when people talk about the pre 64-bit era, essentially is it's pretty much people are just like, oh, 4 and 6 are like the creme de la creme.
Absolutely, yeah. But tons of people love 5. I think it's fine.
I'm just curious.
So Final Fantasy 4, please.
Clinto, the voice of reason.
Am I really?
Yeah,
I'd say so.
we've said that a few times.
Wow. I'm honored.
What do we got? What are you hoping to be brought to the table next year?
It's a big PS1 game
Big PS1
with a
game.
big franchise behind it.
With a big franchise behind it.
Some might even say it's the image of PlayStation.
Oh, if I know where this is coming.
I got that one too.
I know where this is going.
I think I got that one too. Sometimes he goes like, yo!
Sometimes he sounds like,
Whoa! Yes, and sometimes he puts like a thing on and goes, oh my god.
Bubblegum.
Definitely eats some Wumpa fruit.
He loves Whopper Fruit. Crash Bandicoot, baby.
Crash.
This motherfucker, this tumultuous motherfucker deserves a spot in this house.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I've got
Completely
that
agree.
that's my fucking game too. I got that on my list.
It's, oh my God, it's like one of the greatest designed games ever made. And honestly, you pop that original, I'm not even talking about the remakes, you pop the original one back in now and make sure, like, you know, first of all,
Dude, it is brutal. Dude, that
It's
game
good,
is brutal.
though.
Oh, it's
And it's
fantastic.
so
It's hard as
sound.
hell.
It's
but-
fantastic, but the first Crash Bandicoot is probably the hardest of that initial trilogy.
Yeah, they
Dude,
don't let up,
honestly, pre-pandemic, I want to say, I don't know, 2018 or something like that. I have fond memories of just like Meyer and I spending most of our summer just trying to get every single gem in Crash Bandicoot.
I
As
remember
like
that. You lived
grown ass
next to me.
adults. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and we fucking did it, dude.
Yeah.
And it was just truly like, you win, you pass the sticks. You lose, you pass the sticks.
Yep.
And you remember that level
Definitely
Bridge
done
to
that.
Nowhere? Yeah. Oh boy, that
dude.
controller was being passed, my
Oh,
guys.
yeah, yeah.
So fucking good though.
Say I had that exact same experience myself.
Yeah, it's
for
so
sure.
awesome. I love those games so much. It's like,
And also a testament to it is like the fucking remake, the trilogy remake that just came out like not too long ago.
it's gorgeous.
It's amazing, and it's still just as good as it ever was, which shows you like it wasn't like a fluke or that you were 12 at the time. Like those games are still amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
fucking good.
I want to go home and play that shit right now.
It was a perfect
Let's pass some
representation
sticks,
of
baby.
converting the 2D platformer into a 3D space, but still keeping it that 2D.
yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Not trying to get cute and open world with it like a Spyro or something, just keeping it bare bones, tough as nails, one hallway.
But now we're going this way.
Yeah.
No,
Straight
but
ahead.
what was so good about, especially the first one, how they broke up like little themed islands, right? Level 1, you're right, you're going forward. That's it. But level 2, in a minute's worth of time, you are going forward still, but then the level just goes right to left, right, side scroller, and it's just like, yo, this shit slaps. Let's go. And then they start combining that.
Then they flip it on the head and they have something chase you.
Yeah,
running
and
through
you're
it.
running
towards
at
the
the
screen where
screen.
you don't really know, like,
That blew my
you gotta
mind.
start hyper focusing because like you're jumping into the unknown
gotta
when you're
react
jumping over
quick.
caverns.
Yeah, you're going to hear this sound effect a
Quick
lot.
react.
Wow! That shit's hog wild. I love
Dude,
that
for
game
sure.
so much.
For sure.
Ah, what a good pick.
Thanks.
What
man.
a great pick.
We all have fucking amazing picks.
And also, you got to talk like icon status, dude. Like, what fucking mascot, or not even mascot, but like, what character has ever been basically the mascot of a console that wasn't even like owned by that property or like at all? Like Crash was not a Sony game, but he was like the face of the PlayStation, as if he was Mario for Nintendo.
And what was funny
Like,
too,
that's
only
crazy.
after the first Crash was released as well. Within like months, he's the PlayStation mascot now. That's his role. Yep.
Yeah, and not even owned by Sony. Like,
Dude, yeah. Where it's like
fucking
Mario was around for like a decade almost at that point. Yeah, Mario's been on his throne for a while, keeping it nice and warm. But Crash just comes out of nowhere and he's just on the fucking megaphone, ready to just kick ass.
those
It's so
commercials
good.
are all so good.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. What a just, I love it.
And then like you want to talk about longevity, dude? Like he got sold off so many times. Like Naughty Dog did the first 3 games and then they fucking sold it off.
Yeah, poor guy.
And like PlayStation published like the first 3 games with Naughty Dog, but they didn't own Naughty Dog at the time.
Yeah.
And then they picked up Naughty Dog after Naughty Dog had already sold it off. And then it bounced around and then Activision picked up Crash. And then they're still fucking going, dude. He just put out a new game, the 4th installment in 2020, bro.
It's about
Crash
time,
is
yeah.
as great and beloved as ever.
Love that Bandicoot.
Do we have any more picks or do we want to keep it clean?
Metal Gear Solid needs to be in. I'll say it again. There's no reason. I mean, the fact that games are as cinematic and narrative driven in a voice acted sense as they are now is because of this game. It needs to be in, dude. Last of Us wouldn't fucking exist if it wasn't for Metal Gear Solid.
What happened in the
They
music?
really jumped the fucking gun on it. I'm still upset about it. It's just way too soon. There's so many other games.
Like Metal Gear
before
Solid
it.
blew my fucking brains out when I played it. I had no idea that games could be like that. That may as well been real life to me when I was playing that game.
Preach a man, go and preach the word.
It's fucking incredible. It's incredible. I want to play Metal Gear again now, right now. I've beaten the game like 7 or 8 fucking times.
Wow, dude.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I played through the game like 3 times immediately. Got the bandana, infinite ammo, new game plus. Oh, fuck.
You know what couple of notes gets me more excited than most video games do? Do, 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 do.
You know that actually started with Psychonauts?
I did not know that.
That's the theme song of Psychonauts.
I just thought that was like the Konami screen for specifically Metal Gear.
No, it's the theme music when Psychonauts plays, and he used it again to show off like a Kojima thing.
But dude, I hear those 2 notes and I'm just like, yeah, baby. My blood just instantly gets.
Dude, how cinematic is that fucking game? I could wax poetic about fucking Metal Gear Solid all day.
I could wax poetic about almost every PS1 game. Yeah, we need to do a console kudos PS1 episode.
Let's fucking go.
Gonna need to. We're gonna need to just make a pot of coffee for us because we're just gonna fucking kids in a candy store.
Fresh pot.
Fresh pot. So that's okay. Hell yeah, boys! You ready to pop open some champagne and celebrate?
Let's go.
Pop those bottles, baby.
Thanks so much for listening. We really hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay up to date by following our Instagram at Railroad Park Gaming or subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts to be notified every time we release a new episode.
Our music is beautifully composed by the talented Alan J. Mills. You can learn more about him at alanjosephmills.com.
If you have any questions, comments, or stories, shoot us an email at railroadparkgaming@gmail.com or just click the bio link on our Instagram page. We'd love to hear from you.
I'm like the podcast version of that guy from Seven Deaths.